I brought my 13 ERA down to a 1, and today I'll show you exactly how I did it. Yes, my last year of college, I had an ERA right below 13, and I averaged more than 2 free passes per inning. I was lost, I was terrified, and I wasn't able to look at the truth in the face and actually confront what needed to be addressed. On the other hand, only a month later, when I got to summer ball, I only gave up 2 runs in 10 appearances out of the bullpen, and I did not give up a single run during the regular season. So if you're wondering how the hell this is possible, I'm about to tell you exactly how I did it. So the first thing I did is I started to be 100% of myself when I went on the mound. I have a very strong personality, and everything I do when I'm out there is probably a little too much or a little extra, but this is how I am. In order to give my best performance, I had to make peace with the fact that others would think I'm kind of crazy and look weird out there. The second I stopped giving a shit about what others thought, my performances went from as terrible as it gets to as good as it gets. As a matter of fact, when I decided I did not care about what the other team thought, I was welcomed by more chirps than I ever had received in my career. But the chirping and the trash talk lasted about an inning when the other team realized I kept getting everybody out. And the next times I faced that team, they kept getting quieter and quieter, and they knew that I was using their comments to fuel my performance. The second thing I did to help my performance is I stopped trying to coach myself. I hired a coach I believed in, I ran his program religiously, and poured myself into it without letting myself get in my own way or questioning the things that I was doing. I was just bought in and doing this 100%. This gave me peace of mind, and it allowed me to just get better and better as the year went on. Now, if you're in college, following another program might not be possible if your coach is forcing the whole team to follow a specific program. Nonetheless, I think having somebody that you trust and believe in your corner, someone you can talk to often, and someone you can navigate issues with is probably the best thing that you can do for your career. So whoever that person or coach is that you believe in, whether it's me or anyone else, make sure that you pair up with them and that you're able to navigate issues and overcome obstacles without putting all the burden on yourself all the time. You're not alone in this. Also, when I started performing well, I dropped my ego. In college, I definitely got into an ego war with my coach, always trying to prove him that I was right or trying to prove him something in order to feel like I knew more or that he knew less than me. Now, whether I was right or wrong, it doesn't matter because all I should have put my energy into is find ways to actually get results because ultimately that's all that he wants. I think that the best way to get your coach to leave you alone is to give him what he wants, and that is results. And that is exactly what I did when I got to summer ball. I did not try to convince anybody about my methods or anything. I just did them and proved to everybody that it worked because every time I stepped on the mound, I was getting outs and I was getting great results. And whenever I stepped out there, nobody questioned what I was doing because no matter what, I was going out there and getting a save every time I stepped on the mound. Lastly, I felt supported and safe. I know this sounds kind of soft, but I was only able to focus all of my energy into my performance when I felt like I was understood and when I felt safe within the environment of my team and within the relationships that I had with my coaches and teammates. I just recently shared a post about this, but before my very first outing in the summer, my coach told me, "Hey Chuck, you're the man, you're the best, go have the best time of your life," and then gave me a big hug. And as nervous and as scared as I was, this really just gave me the confidence to believe in myself and allow myself to be everything I could be, right? Which I was holding back the whole rest of the season because I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel understood. So now what do you do when your coach is not going to go up to you and be as encouraging as mine was? Well, you're going to need to go talk to him. Mostly, I think you should just focus on letting him know that you're trying to help the team win. Sometimes when egos get in the way, we don't see things for what they actually are. And at the end of the day, both of you guys, whether you agree or not, should be trying to get the same thing, which is win and get the team the best chance, every time you step on the field. Make sure that you're not confrontational with your coach. And whenever something comes up, you feel like there's tension between you, you got to go settle the quote unquote beef that you have with him. I had an athlete just recently reach out to me with a situation like this, and he felt like his coach didn't allow him to do his routine. He was always against him, and it was really getting in his head and did not allow him to perform. He had just came back from one of the worst performances in his life. He was hitting guys in the back and the head, just terrible performance. And we had a conversation over the phone. I said, hey, I think you really need to go talk to him. Let him know what your true intentions are. No matter what he thinks, no matter what his ego is telling him, like, you still want to help the team. You have your particular routine, but like at the end of the day, if you do that routine and then give him a win, everybody's going to be happy. So he did that. He went and talked to his coach. His coach was very pleased with him coming and talk to him. And he was able to settle the quote-unquote beef that they had. And then he went out there and had the best performance he had all year, which just goes to show that your environment and how you feel within that environment really, really affects your performance more than you can think. So, these are the main things that I did to bring my ERA down from a 13 to a 1. And I hope that if you're struggling with similar issues I was, you can apply those things to your career and then get the benefits and results that I got. Write your own story, and I'll see you in the next video.